Hello friends, today I am going to discuss project. So in this project, first I am collecting a data from Kaggle and we can use in Google Colab. So my first I am importing some data like a pandas PD for the data wranglings and seaborn for like a interfaces and matplot for a plotting. So these are the most important things we need to import. So look here, just I am working and now it is working correctly. Now I am importing a data, so need to the go Kaggle. So Kaggle like a very good website. You can also analysis and data science. You can learn so many things. So best we look here data science company. So the Kaggle, and you can easily collect any data sets. So I try to make a one video regarding to Kaggle, and this one is the data set. So you can type here any data, so you can easily handle this one right here. So thousands of the data present here. So now I am collecting a data here like a adult income data sets. So first, before collecting a data, I need to import the operating systems. So you can do this one, operating systems OS environment. It has been, because we can correlate here the Kaggle configured directory, and another is the percentage CD means content drive right here. So I think need to error of the my driver, and third is the Kaggle data sets, okay, and fourth is this is right. So I try to this one because this has been already I have done this process. So let's see how do I do this project. So I have done this project, and this is the way to look like this. So this is a project and I have already completed. So first I can start the pandas. Look here, so looking like this, and now I am going to operating systems, and another we are going to the content, and my this one my driving, this one has been working here, and now Kaggle data sets downloaded from there. Yeah, it has been completed. And third, because this file has been in zip, so we need to start here the unzip. So add zip this one, and now the rename. So now I write to the click, and right here is enter again, right. So it has been collected data. Now let's look here, your data is correct and not correct. So now it has been imported data from Kaggle. Look here, your data has been seen this type of the so many. So there are 48,842 rows and 15 columns. So these are the columns: age, work, class, okay, education. These are the columns. So now again I am going to the import here these libraries and packages. You can say just pandas for data wranglings, seaborn for data plotting, and matplot also using a plotting. So now we want to see the top head, means top 10, 20 depend on you. If you want to the 15, and so write here the 15 in this parenthesis. So automatically it has been taken, the 5 rows has been seen in this data. And if I write here the tell, so data dot tell, because I have taken a variable whole data as a data. So now I want to the data dot tell it, so like these last 5 rows and columns right here. So similarly we want to see the how many shapes, total number of the shapes in this data. So you can write here the data dot shape. So look here, so there are, these are the shapes already had been discussed, but I want to specify as a print. So print means number of rows, the data dot shape zeros. So it is looking like a, look here, so number of the rows has been given and number of the column has been given. Getting, we need to the some information about the data. So first we like to the data dot info. So I am using a data dot information. So data has given the these informations. So you can start from the age, work class, FNL, educational norm, marital status, occupations, relationship, race, genders, capitalism, capital loss. These are the has been given, and these are the integers 64 and something. All has been specified through what types of the data, int 64, object 9. Okay. So these are the look here, but because there are the big data, so we want to the use only the 60%. So FRAC will equal to 60%. Now look here, so it is automatically randomly collect this 60% of the data. So sometimes look here, this data has been started for 6529 and here is the 3685, but you can try here 652. It has been changed because it means you can refresh twice, data has been changed automatically. So similarly, if you want to the 60% of the data, but you want to take as a this way, 12,393 means age 37. Look here, again refresh here, and this has been again and again coming the same data because we have used random underscore state will equal to 100. So it is not a changing, but in before it has been the changing. So if you want to not change again and again your data, so you need to write here random underscore state will equal to 100. So look here, your data has been looking like the next 60% data 29,305. Similarly, I want to the same thing, just 50% of the data. So we can see here the data 50% is looking like this way. So and again, how many null sets? So do you have any null sets in this data? So you can see the null value in this data. So look here, the false means you don't have a null sets, but if anywhere has been so because this is the big data, so we cannot see this one, otherwise you can. So I need to the sum, you can use the is null dot sum. So look here, so you can easily specify the total number. Look here, so age don't have the any null, work class don't have the any null, education, these are the, you don't have the any null, so your data is a perfect. Now I am going to the is use data dot is null parenthesis dot sum, axis will equal to 1. So axis 1 means do not have missing value. So you try here, look here, you do not have any missing value. So now the data is null sum, you can use this way, so you don't have the any. Now I want to the plot. If you don't have any null, then your data is look like this way, like this, like it means it's one similar color. So now I want to the adjust this data, and so I need to plot the 20 rows in this data. So look here, there are the 20 rows has been given. So look here, this one has a given the only 20 rows of the data. And now do you have any question mark? So look here, it has been so many here. So occupations has a it's questions mark here, and work class has been total number of the questions mark, native country has been so now why we want to calculate the something, so we need to the numpy as a np, importing a numpy. So the questions mark contain the work class, occupations, native. So it is a clear where is the questions mark, so we need to write here. So first we want to see that what is the name of these indexes, means like a columns. So A is work class, F and L, weight, education norms, these are the, but I want to replace the questions mark as a work class. So look here, first we can go the work class. Yeah, so work class can specify here the private, local government, private, non, these things. And similarly I want to the is null. Look here, you can replace here first. So you can replace first here work class, occupations, native country. So I am first replacing, and then we can see the data is in. Yeah, now is it clear? So if it contains a question mark means, and so you can convert into the this way. Now the SNS you are going to the plot here. So looking like this is the way to the plot, data dot is null, and missing means per missing the data is null means dot the sum, it will multiply the 100 and the total length of the data. So getting the missing value in a percentage, so this is the way to you can get a missing value in a percentage of this data. So look here in missing value, occupations, and this one. Now we want to the replace here. So after replacing, your shape will be this way, and I want to drop the data from 48,842 to 45,000. So look here, so drop set a data means 3620. Now check a duplicates data. So the data duplicates, do you have any duplicate data? So are there any duplicate value in this data? Is true, yes. So now the data duplicates means how, look here, the after this one is the step here. Same, I want to the duplicate row, drop the sets from this and this means 45,222 and 45,175. Now get overall the statistics. So we need to the data dot describe here. So data dot describe means it will see the mean, median, mode, and what is the highest value between. So I have taken the 50% of the data. So now we can count the 45,000. This one is the, I think, look here, yeah. And what is the mean of this data, and mean of the age, mean of FNL, WGT, educational norms, capital gains and capital loss, and hours per. So all the numeric value automatically it has been taken through a Python's. Need to get the statistical for the all columns. So let here say if you want to the all the columns. So some columns hasn't numeric value, but you want to the specify. So this is the way, include equal to all. So this is the way you can specify the all columns. So you don't have the any numeric value, so it can represent a non. Now again we want to specify the education. So the educations, look here, in the educations it has one column. So I want to specify here the data education's uniqueness. So what is the education's total uniqueness? So educations contains the 11th, HS, associate, academic, some college. So these are the rows of this one. So educational nons also you can uniqueness. What is the unique of this? So look like some value, like a numeric value. So it contains like this one. So 7, 9. Now the data and data drops here. So educational null has been dropped, so data capital gains this one, and data head. Now I want to see, this is the way to the data we can see here like this. Okay, so now we can get a univariate, so the data, you can data this column and we can easily describe this data only. So I want to describe only age, so age it has been seen, and now I want to plot the histogram chart only age data, so the age it has been created like a histogram plots. So similarly I want to found just like the find a total number of the persons having an age between 17 to 48. So I write here data and age it is greater than 17 and data age less than 48. So now we want to describe this data, so look like this one, and again we can need to the sum of this value. So we want to get the total sum of this value is 34,858. Similarly, what is the ages between the total, so we can specify this value, and I want to between here the data, the sum is has been given. Now distributions of the work class, so the data work class describe here, this one count here Unix 7s, privates, and this one. I want to plot this figure size here, so it has been plotted here, look here, private, local government, and number of persons. Just similarly if I want to describe the education data, so look here the education has look like this, and but I want to describe here the bachelors, so education's bachelor has will equal to the look here all are false, 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 and now if we want to the master and bachelor, we can also describe this one. So data and filter 2, so you can see this way. So similarly the length of the filter 1 and filter 2, look here this way, so way, and bachelor and masters is in, this one is the false, false, and now I want to look here the educations is in bachelor and masters, this one is the total number of. Now I want to describe the bivariate analysis, means like a data columns has been given, and now I want to describe here the x will equal to the income and y is the ages in from this data. So SNS and box plot, I want to plot that box plot, so it has been seen like, so it can be easily specified where is a greater value and where is the lesser, because box plots where is the medians. Okay, so you can easily describe incomes. Yeah, I want to describe here the income, so look here the more than and less than 50,000 values has been contained. Similarly we can describe the incomes, means the people incomes, the 50,000 less is the more than 50,000 more, and now I want to salary on the data, look here, so return 0 and else we can change this way, so I can change this value, and now I want to see the head of this way, so your data is look like this 11. Similarly look here the replace here, so less than 50,000 and the 0 and 1 value like categorical data like this way, so we can convert to a categorical way. Look here incomes has been described and a category. And now which work class is getting the highest salary, so I want to get just a income work class income dot mean, so look here where is the mean is greater than. Okay, so we can easily describe, and data group by means work class incomes income dot mean, so we can specify the group by methods and ascending right here, descending. So okay, so similarly how has a better chance to get a salary in greater than 50,000 male and female, so we can like this way, the male has a 31% and female has a 11%, And now the convert the work class columns data for a categorical data. So we need to get information, so we can easily get informations like, and data uniqueness means you can see the here similarly the uniqueness of this data, right? So the way you can analyze means you can improve your skill like times once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. You do the practice, improve every day. You can make a good analytic and analyst and data science and data analysis, and you can go where you want to go. I hope this video will be helpful for you, and I will try to the next projects in the next time. Thank you.